Hello everyone, welcome back to Crafts by the Bow. If this is your first time seeing my videos, then welcome to you. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I'm going to make a card. It's going to be a birthday card, and I'm using the Everyday Arches, which is a new set. It's one of the online exclusives, and it goes with these Everyday Arches dies. And so I'm going to be using this to make my card base. I've already pre-cut some of the bits and pieces so that you don't have to watch me cut everything and I can make the videos a little shorter. But I want to use this one for my base. And so what I've done is I've made this kind of a fold. See? Although this will cut all the way around to make the arch shape, like this. If you move this just slightly over so that it doesn't cut this edge, you can make yourself a little sort of a basic fold, but it's just a fun shape. So I've already made those in a couple of colours, and I'm just going to make one more to show you how I made it. I've made one in Pretty Peacock, one in Crumb Cake, one in Gorgeous Grape, and I'm going to make the other one in Highland Heather. And I wonder if you can work out which designer series paper I'm using. It's one from the annual catalogue, and it has all of these colours in. So let me just show you how to make this so that it's not separate arches. It actually works as a fun fold. So it's just basic card base, which measures 5.5 by 8.5. I've scored it at 4.25. And then here is the largest of the dies. So I'm going to turn my card over. So it looks like it opens backwards at the moment. And I'm going to line this up so that this edge shows just a little bit. So if I hold it like that and hold it nearer to the camera, can you see how you can't see the dots? It's just covering over the dots on this side, and at the bottom I can make it so that it will just cut onto that bottom piece. And the easiest way for me to keep it like that is to use some washi tape. Now this is Stampin' Up! Washi tape from an old paper pumpkin kit. So you use whatever washi tape you've got, or if you're going to use like a post-it note, the sticky edge on there, you can do that. Or you can use like a Scotch tape, but I would sort of press it on your hand a few times like this so that it's not too sticky. Okay, and I'm just going to line it up again so that I can't see the dots, and I'm going to fold that right over. So it holds the card onto the die. Okay, and I'm going to do the same over here. So another little piece of washi tape. Fold it right over. I'm just going to loosen this one a little bit. I think I've got it just a bit too tight. It's sort of taut in there. There we go. There we go. And then because I've loosened that one, I'll have to loosen this side as well. Okay. And then I will turn it over to go through the die cutting machine. But I know that I've got that tiny border and it will make just a nice little edge. So let me get my big shot out. Pop that on an angle. I've got all my pieces in here for die cutting, and because it's a thin die, I've got the thinner die cut on the top as well. Okay, make sure that's in the right place and lay it down, and I'm going to put it at a slight angle because the machine doesn't like cutting the flat edges. It's okay if you get a little bit of the die through first. Okay. Right, let's get this out of the way, as we don't need it again. I've already cut, oh sorry, didn't mean to bang the camera. I've already pre-cut everything else. So I was only cutting that piece because I wanted to show you how it was going to work. Okay, and then I'm just going to take the washi tape off, stick it on there. You can do this with any dies, really. I've got the hexagon dies from the Be Mine set, and I think that would make a quite nice shape card too. Take that washi off. That's for the garbage. Pop that one down, and then when we open it, see how it makes just a nice little fold. You can still see those dots on the front, but it's just slightly narrower here than it is at this side. But it makes a perfect fold. Okay, so let me pop this one back in here. I have used lots of the other dies, and I'll show you which ones as we go along. So if you haven't guessed already, the paper I'm using is the Perennial Lavender. It's a really, really pretty paper, and I've used it lots. I think this is actually about my third pack of it. It's in the annual catalogue. I just love this piece. So, and I'm going to use a couple of these for my scrapbooking pages as well, because I have some pictures of the kids in a lavender field, and I thought that would be really nice for there as well. So backings are nice. I'm using this one. I'm using this one, and I'm using this one with the little butterflies on as well. So let me show you what I've got. Pop that away. Something else I'm using are the mini alphabets, and I have some gold foiled card. I popped some self-adhesive on the back, and I've pre-cut my little pieces. So I've just cut Mom, and you can see it's English spelling, and it's going to be a birthday card for my mum. Pop those to one side, and let's find all my other pieces. So these are the 4 colours that are in my paper, and the papers I've chosen, as I said, was this one, and this is the second largest die. So I like that with the pretty peacock. I like this one. I like this one, and I like this one. Really, I just like them all. I might make 4 cards. So, and then I have one of the smaller arches. Let's see which one that one is. It's this one, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6th one down. And I also have the 7th one down, cut as a piece of designer series paper. So let's just see which one is going to be a favourite for me. I cut one in white as well, just in case. So this is the piece I'm using for the front. I'm actually gearing towards these two. I like that though, that is pretty. I don't like it as much on the crumb cake. I don't think it stands out as much. So that's eliminated. I like it on the paler one too. See what that looks on that one. No, I think I like that white on the paler one. I'm going to put Pretty Peacock out of the way. I'm going to go with one of the purples. Let's see what the gold looks like on as well. it looks perfect on both. So I'm going to go with the paler one, I think. Right. So it's just a case of assembling the front. So this is just going to be glued onto the front. You can cut two, oh, I don't need the thinner glue. Let me do this for speed. You can cut 2 or 3 pieces of designer series paper at a time through the die cut machine. So you don't have to be there cutting single bits and taking a long time. Okay, now I'm going to go back to find those other die cuts that I've made, because I'm going to put one inside as well. Let's have a look. I quite like that. Let me see. No, I don't think I like 2 of those, but I think I would like that on that side and that one on the inside. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to glue those down at the same time as well. If you are cutting 2 or 3 at the same time, just make sure that you have the front of the paper facing you when you die cut them all. Because although you do get the little stitched pattern on the back, it's not quite as prominent. So just make sure you've got them the right way around. Okay. Now, let's do the front. So we've got the white. We're not doing any stamping at all on the front. Just going to line that up. These line up so beautifully. Such a different shape. I don't have arches. I don't think I've ever had anything like that. I've had ovals that I've cut a little bit off the bottom, but not arches. I think that's a nice addition to what I have. Okay, so there's the basic card. Now I'm going to do the piece for the inside, and I'm going to use the white, and I'm going to stamp, because I've got Pretty Peacock here. I think I'm going to stamp in Pretty Peacock. Let's find my stamps. And what I did was I worked out which of the arched sentiments I needed. And I want this one. I want the Know You Are Loved. So I took that out and then laid it over all of the dies to find out which one was the perfect size. Now, for this sentiment, this is the perfect size. If you are doing like the Ray of Sunshine, can you see how you could use a smaller piece inside? Or this one that's You Are Simply Fantastic probably fits quite a few of them. But I want this one that says Know You Are Loved. So I'm just going to drop it down, pop it on my board and my block. I'm just going to go over it with my fingers. And then I have my Pretty Peacock ink. You could stamp in any of the colours you wanted. You could even stamp in, basic black, whatever you like to stamp in. Ooh, I've just inked this up and I think it's a bit juicy. So I've got a lot on the side of the stamp. I'm just going to stand up to do this. I'm sorry if you can just see my head. Oh, that's a little bit off to that side. Let's do that again. I don't want it quite as much over there. Maybe I just need to put it down nearer to me to be able to see. Oh, look, now I've dropped that on there. Good job, I've got a whole pile of them cut, isn't it? Ooh. Let's see if we can stamp properly this time, Diane. Perfect. That's better. Oh, I'm going to put another little sentiment on as well, because I just saw there was one that said so very much. So I'm going to use that one too. Let's find where that is. So very much. Oh, I think it's that one. Yeah, What's that one? It's difficult reading font backwards. Pop that on there. I'm going to stamp that underneath. Let's hope I can stamp it straight this time, because I don't have any more of these pre-cut. Oh, that's pretty, I like that. And let me just find my, where's my, here it is. I couldn't find my cleaner then. Pop these ones back in. That does look pretty, I like that. And Pretty Peacock is such a bold colour. Let's see if I can get all of the ink off this. Just because I'd only just inked it up again. It was looking a little bit dry. Maybe a little bit too juicy now. But that's okay. Pop that one back on there. Now, I'd like to have maybe a little picture here. Because I've got lots of flowers and butterflies on the front, I don't really want any of those. I know there's another set, another stamp set that goes with this. I don't have that one yet, but I maybe should look at that and see if it has flowers or anything on. I do have the Beautiful Butterflies stamp set as well, which is also an online exclusive. And I believe this is the one that was offered during celebration. If you spent $75, I think you could get this set. So a few of you might have this one. I'm going to use the tiny butterfly. And let's do it in Gorgeous Grape, just to give it a little bit more of the colour inside. Let's see how that stamps. Oh yeah, that's fine. Let's stamp him on a little angle, or hair, I don't know. Oops. Clean that little one off. Pop it back in the box, so that it's there when I need it for next time. That would be nice stamped on the envelope as well, actually. I might come back and stamp that. All right, so this is going to go on the inside, just the same as we laid all the pieces of designer series paper and the cardstock on the front. Just going to go on the inside. If you wanted a little bit more room, you could always, let's take this one that I stamped badly, you could always put another one on the inside to do more of a sentiment. I like how that picks up these colours, and stamping in the two different colour inks makes it, you know, blend in with both sides. Okay, now for the front. I don't have the dies near me for this set, so I can't die cut a little butterfly, but I do have these ones, the paper butterfly accents. Let me just have a little look. Now I've got one left of the small ones. I might just pop that on here, but I don't like that sort of stark white. So what I'm going to do is go get my Gorgeous Grape back out again. And I don't want it to be a vivid colour. Excuse me. Let's find a brush. I don't want it to be a vivid colour, just because I've got white here on the background, it sort of blends in a little bit. I'm just going to go over it with a little bit of this Gorgeous Grape ink, only very lightly. But if you're die cutting, you can cut this from any colour card you like. See how that stands out a tiny bit more? I just want a little bit more colour on it. Stands out just a tiny bit. Let's try and make the body a little bit more purple and the wings lighter. Oh yeah, yeah. That's better. And I'm going to pop the little die cut letters. If you didn't want to do a butterfly, you could just do flowers around here, and you could do a sentiment across the front. I just wanted it to say Mom on mine. Let's just take the backings off these. I love that adhesive backing for these little pieces. I'm not going to put it on top of these little butterflies here. I'm not going to stick it right down yet. And you see, I've only attached it at the bottom at the moment, just in case I want to move it along. I don't want to be taking the letters off and sort of pulling the adhesive. Okay, I'm trying to centre it a little bit. Okay, I'm centering it with these stitched areas. That one needs to go a little bit more into the middle. There, now I can press it down. Okay, and then this, let's put it on a little dimensional. Let's find a little piece. I'm not sure if these will show through. It's just a tiny bit big. Okay, let's cut a little one of these strips. Let's find some scissors. I don't need very much, but it would be nice if it was just sort of sticking off the page there a little bit. Oh, that's a bit long. I needed a teeny weeny bit so that it's hidden. There we go. Might bring it down a little bit as well here. Now, if it just goes over the edge, don't worry, because at the moment this is only 3 7/8 wide because of the little piece that we die cut off. So you could have it standing proud over the edge of your card as well. And then let's have a little look at some bling, see what we've got. Now I do have the little burnished butterflies, the little brushed brass butterflies. They were a celebration offering too. I have some of the sequins that were celebration. So, there are pinks and purples, and well, I wonder if they'd be nice on its body. Maybe. You could use rhinestones and you could colour them with a coloured marker pen. I think I might just put 2 more little butterflies on. So I might put one here and count this one as the 3rd. And maybe just one at the bottom here. Oh, I don't know. Let's see. I think I might just put it over here. There we go. And then on the inside, you could always put a few more on. You could put them on the inside here as well. And the last thing that I've got to do is to find another little piece of designer series paper for my envelope. And I will take a picture of it so that you can see that my envelope is going to match as well. So I hope that you'll give those a try. Give this kind of a base a try as well, where you're using just a single die, but having it slightly over the edge so that it will form a fold for you. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you all again really soon. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.